3 square feet of planet Earth to heat. That's my job. That's your job. Now, here's what I do, though. Consider this. Sometimes people come to me and they want counsel or advice, or I don't know what they call it nowadays. I don't know what people will tolerate calling it. But they'll come and they'll want to hear a piece of wisdom. And here's what I always ask them. I said, which kind would you like to have? Because I have 3. There's what I call the toss-off, where we have a nice conversation. You feel a little bit encouraged because we talk together. But nobody thinks anybody's going to do anything different. Then, after the toss-off, we have the consider. That's where we actually sit and consider some ideas, and maybe even when the person leaves, they might carry on some of the curiosity for a day or two. Then there's the transformation. And that's where you're sitting trying to take ideas and turn them into realities and see if those realities aren't better than what you thought of. So when I do a little show like this, I'm fully aware that some people it's a toss-off, some people it's a consider, and some people it could be a transformation. But I will not lie to you that the goal to this life is to take the 3 square feet, that stuff that surrounds us, and heat it up. Heat it up. To do that, we have to get, as we've been talking, we have to get our emotions and our spirit conversational. We refer to that, you remember, prayer therapy? Going in your closet, shutting the door, and talking things out to yourself, talking out loud, to where your emotions and your spirit aren't afraid to converse with one another. But when that's all done, it's time to address the brain, and the brain is totally insane. You know, it's no wonder that a good portion of the American population now is on some sort of medication to even out their moods or to stimulate their depression. Now, I'm not being sarcastic. I'm just telling you that eventually we have to come to the terms that the problem is the brain. The brain is not cooperative to the concept of change. Yeah. Every time I go to my brain, I discover stuff that's there. And I have to ask myself, number 1, how did it get there? Number 2, do I want to keep it? How did that attitude get there? How did my ideas about race get there? How did my feelings about work ethic get there? Because they're there. My problem is, I have to ask myself, how did they get there? Did I put them in there? Or were they put in by someone else? That sets in motion a whole conversation, which I think we should buzz along and do tomorrow.